happy, you know you're not going to stay happy forever. And even if you're sad, you're not going to stay sad forever. So we have something called the misery of change. As human beings, we have a very difficult time wrestling with that. And then, you know, you sort of say, okay, here comes Reiki. You know, things can happen.
When I first learned Reiki, I was not comfortable practicing with family and friends, nor was I faithful in practicing self-Reiki daily. So I decided to volunteer. This would ensure I practice weekly. I knew if I made a commitment to somebody else, I'd keep it. Big clue there that I totally missed back then. I attended the fall symposium for trauma-informed care. Thought I was going to learn how to help trauma victims. Sitting in the sessions, I realized I was one. I worried less and suddenly realized I wasn't taking my anxiety meds anymore. I didn't need them. Before learning Reiki, I was primarily focused on perfecting my roles, being the best mom, wife, daughter, sister, friend, volunteer, and employee. I was giving too much, extremely hard on myself, and totally stressed out. Reiki, however, has brought all of these imbalances to light one by one. It has changed my life for the better and continues to do so.
Reiki practice has supported my growth in self-development in the way it affects my sense of identity and my sense of purpose.
In the way that you speak about you were worried for your family and giving everything is the way how I was, trying to give everything for my family and my daughter. And I forgot me. But now I am awake.
And it was because of Reiki that I had to, stand up and be heard and be actually loved, not sort of pushed around and be a doormat. But Reiki opened my eyes to sort of how I was being a doormat.
Somehow it was initially intended to streamline healthcare has minimized caring for human beings. We've lost our focus to simply care for people. Before I began my career in nursing, I worked in the mental health sector. It was here that I was first introduced to the collaboration of traditional medicine and therapies with complementary healing practices. Sadly, Reiki was not offered. However, meditation circles, music therapy, and acupuncture were. Outcomes varied, certainly, but the significance of alternative therapies was undeniable. After my practice in mental health, I began a career in critical care medicine. I was drawn to the technology and the challenging life and death situations and the adrenaline rush. My focus changed as a holistic practitioner to a professional crisis junkie. I felt very much at home in chaos, as you can all well imagine. I participated in miraculous recoveries and futile heroics. So my focus has been so immersed in problem solving, I was losing my ability to form human relationships with my patients. I suffer from compassion fatigue, and something had to change. Enter Reiki. Reiki is a simple, powerful practice that I feel that I can incorporate into my daily life, not only as a healthcare provider, but as a friend and as a wife, a sister, a daughter, and a mother. It allows us all to utilize the energy of everything and the open space that we inhabit together.
After someone gave me a Reiki session during which I had a similar transformation and was pretty blown away, I thought this is a way to connect with people who cannot necessarily speak. This is another way to be present. And it opened up a whole world of connection with patients and their family members.
Medicine is disease-oriented and highly manipulative and interventional. Actions and hopefully results are based on special knowledge and skill of the practitioner, correct diagnosis, etc., and it's based on action or doing something. Whereas Reiki, at least the way I see it and practice it, is very much non-manipulative in any way. The practitioner does not presume or need to know what the client needs. The practice emerges from being radically present to the universal spiritual energy that's part of everything. It does not involve doing anything, but is more a practice of being.
So the mission of the center is therapy. They have all kinds of addiction therapy, traditional talk therapy, couples therapy. And what they chose to do was complement those traditional therapies with the healing services. And so they've been in existence now for 25 years in Quincy, and I'm told that what they did at the beginning was they just kept giving it away.
The things that they were seeing, they would tell us were really disturbing them, and there's a high burnout rate. So it's finding, if you're going to go into an organization, just be open to whatever group needs you, and from there you have a toehold, and people can experience it and realize that it is very helpful, and that it's relaxing, and that they tell their friends in the organization, and they'll come to you, they'll find you.
And the structure of our culture is such that, we're on, we're off, we're alive, we're dead. And the privilege of allowing time, allowing the space to be present as an example, as a support, so that transition of our soul, that true seed has a chance to actually gracefully leave. Reiki brings such a gift to that.
And she actually did not want any nurses or doctors bothering her. She just wanted Reiki and Reiki. And more Reiki.
Did not want to go quietly into the night. He was not okay. He didn't want to be calmed down. That's not what he wanted. He wanted to rage. And he's the only one that was that pronounced for me, but I have had others who were like, no, I'm not okay with this. I do not want this, and you don't need to be calm. And I'm like, okay. I can meet you where you're at. So it was like a lesson in meeting the person where they are, wherever they are, and it's okay for their experience to be exactly the way that they need and want it to be.
I think seeing people come to terms and accept what's going on with them is a really big gift that Reiki can give. And also, they share these experiences with you. So you'll hear people's feelings, they'll talk about their spirituality, they talk about their fears, they talk about their desires for how they want things to be, and how they want their families to be. It's very intimate kind of care. It's very rewarding. And I kind of look at it sometimes like I'm putting my hands on them and I'm sharing the light with them. I'm the vessel that the light is passing through to them, and that eventually, hopefully, they'll be able to go and they'll find that light themselves and be actually part of it.
So I think the beauty of Reiki is that we're also an example of how everybody can touch and reach out to one another and to a loved one, and how impactful touch alone is. And we're kind of like a teacher in that way when we're in somebody's house, saying, that you can be here, you can still have an impact on your loved one.